check on the rep. Yep, second and none.
All right, welcome back. Next on the list for Haulathon 2025, we're doing Creepy Eddie and Shibano-Sama. Both of these guys were one-off characters, and I'll put the episodes up during the review. But it's even though they're one-off characters, they both look pretty dope. Like, I get why they were packaged together because of the whole ghost scenario. I'm really curious to see if the Creepy Eddie like ghost part is the same as Shibano's. It looks the same to me, but I'll find out when I open it up. Looks like they don't come with a whole lot of accessories. There wasn't much going on with that episode, or with the episodes that were in. He was pretty much just in the episode and just stayed in that one room the whole time. You could kind of see his legs, but you kind of couldn't. So I might actually keep him like that. He had legs for like a hot second, and then a hot minute, hot second, however you want to phrase it. And then he was mostly like in his ghost form too. It's cool that they both come with interchangeable legs and stuff. We're going to get all into that. Yeah, but those episodes were crazy. Like, especially his. This episode was wild, dude. But we're going to get into that. We're going to take a look at all the accessories and the faces and all that good stuff. You know how we do it. But first, we take a look at the box. We take a look at the sides. Got Shibano on the side. Got Creepy Eddie on the other, looking like a rip-off Freddy Krueger. And then on the back, we've got these two here. So, yeah, you can see how the interchangeable parts. That's really cool. There was I got to look back. There was another interchangeable figure like this. I can't remember who it was, but I know Dirtbag was something like this. You could take off Dirtbag's lower half and put him in like this little dirt pad. But I feel like there was another one. If I can find it, I'll mention it later in the video. So on the back here, you got the cross cell. Still looking for Panda Khan. He hasn't hit so far as of today. Today is... All right, let's take a look at these two outside the package. I'm kind of doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to zoom in eventually. I just want to show all the parts that it comes with. Not a whole lot on accessories. Don't mind Shadow gnawing on her bone on the side right here. She's loud, dude. But yeah, I mean, accessories, they got like a few. But mostly it's hands, interchangeable parts, and this big stand here. So we'll see how that works in a little bit. Maybe I'll put that together real quick, just show you that, and then we'll pop one of these guys on the stand towards the middle of the review. Now, you got this. It's a standard NECA stand. You can find these in Target stores. I believe this is the first time a stand has ever come with a figure. I could be wrong. I think I need to check if Baxter came with a stand or not. I'm not 100% sure on that. So you're going to take that piece like that. You're going to put it in the base like that. Or what you could do is you could take that piece, put it in this stand, and put it on the wall. So if you have any glass surfaces, you could pop that on the glass. Boom, you got a flight stand that's like on the glass. And it looks really cool. I believe I did that for a Bakugo figure back when I had my old My Hero display up. And it looks pretty cool. So there's that. I'm going to do that later in my own personal display. But for right now, this is the stand. We'll get back to that in just a minute. As for these two, they look really good. They look like they popped right out of the cartoon. Like, colors are on point. Like, I want to get to him later. I'm going to do him first because he looks just amazing. So we'll get the Creepy Eddie first. I'm going to take a look at this guy with his skinny legs and his Freddy Krueger looking body. He looks insane. Now, at first glance, it looks like they share some of the same parts, but both shoulders are actually not the same. Like, I checked it over and over, and I'm like, are they using the same parts? But no, they're actually not using the same parts, surprisingly enough. They do share similar hands, though. I believe they share hands, but the body is all new sculpts for both. So let's put him back there. Mine is really tight in the shoulders, so I know he can get his shoulders out more, but I don't want to break it, and I don't want to chance it, because these things are going quick in stores, and I don't have time or patience to try to track down another one. But his arms should be able to go up at least this much. At least that much. So you're going to be hindered by that little ball part right there in the arm. So there's that. But you can get his arm up, down, about that much. And then you got the double joints at the elbows here. Very super tight joints on mine. And then you got the hinge and swivel at the wrist. No torso cut or joint right here. You just got the waist swivel. Then you got the ball joint at the thighs, double jointed at the knees, hinge and the rocker at the ankle. Now, I was a little rusty with Shredder, but I think I'm back on it now. And then we got the ball jointed neck, so you can get that to the right, to the left, and then up about that high, down really good. And then his hat, his little hat. I'm not sure if it pops off. Yeah, I'm sure you could pop it off if you want to. But yeah, it's like on a swivel. So you could swivel his hat left and right. So it goes like that because you got the cell shaded right there. Another figure, right, where it's cell shaded, but like this one's not. Shredder wasn't cell shaded. Creepy Eddie cell shaded. Creepy Eddie is, but Shibano's not. Shredder wasn't. So I'm kind of curious if Panda Khan is, and Tattoo and Worm are all cell shaded. This is going to be really interesting to find out. I can't wait. Hopefully they get in stores soon, man. I'm waiting to review these guys, waiting to check them out. Never had any of these figures as a kid, you know. Never had Worm, never had Panda Khan, never had Tattoo. So I'm excited to get these in the Toon line, man. It's going to be really cool. So let's get back to Creepy Eddie for a second. So we did the articulation. Now we're going to get into that waist part. So he's got his legs. I believe he was only in his legs. He used his legs for like one part of the episode. Other than that, he was changing into different stuff, like a wave and he was all kinds of different crazy things in the episode. But mostly he was floating around like a ghost. So we're going to pop his legs off here. Mine is super tight. I've done it a couple times to get it a little bit looser, but it's super tight. Now we got a few legs just hopping around here. Now there is going to be some paint rub on the figure because it's so tight and it's a harder plastic. This is a very hard plastic. So you can hear that. I feel if you drop this on a hard surface, it's going to break. I hate this kind of plastic. I don't know why they didn't use a softer plastic like everywhere else on this figure, but it is what it is. So mine does have a little paint rub from the constant, like, you know, putting it in and putting it back. But this will probably be the last time I do this because I'm probably going to leave him as a ghost. And then it fits in there just like that. And you can swivel it around however you want to. And then this is where that flight stand is going to come in. So you could just pop him right in here like so. I don't want to get that scratched up. Okay. And there you go. You got Creepy Eddie as a ghost flying around like a creep. Awesome, right? Now, gonna put him to the side. We're gonna check out some of his accessories. Now, he's gonna come with some fisticuffs already on. Then he comes with 2 grabbing hands. I don't know what he's gonna grab with these 2 hands because he ain't got no accessories. Then we got 2 pointer fingers. And then 2 relaxed hands. He comes with this bomb, this couple sticks of dynamite here with the clock on it. So he uses that, and I believe it gets turned on him, and he blows himself up in the episode. You got the extra head. So he comes with this open mouth head. And then he also comes with a closed mouth head. Pretty much identical faces except for the mouth. And this hat is also on a swivel. And then last but not least for him, you got the Dream-O-Vision helmet. So this is cool. Nice little piece here. Soft wire on the helmet here. Feels like hard plastic on that piece, so be careful with that. Got some nice colors here. Got the grays, got the buttons, a red and green button. Looks really cool. And then you got this plug in the back. I wonder what that could be for, right? Well, if you take off the bandana piece on the turtles, there's a hole there. So what you're gonna do is plug that in the back, push that in kind of snug, and then you got the Dreamo Vision, baby. There you go. All Michelangelo. Messing with stuff he shouldn't be messing with. If you watch the episode, you know what I'm talking about. So you got the Dreamo Vision. Now, we're going to move on to Shibano-Sama. This is my personal favorite of this pack because this figure he just looks cool. He just looks really cool, man. He's got like this smoky looking like body, and it's translucent, and you got the translucent hands and the translucent feet and legs. I love translucent figures for some reason. I've just... That and battle damage are like my thing. I love when figures have battle damage. And I don't know, that's just me. So, translucent and battle damage. But he looks, look at that face. That face is amazing. Like the eye, like the black eyes with the white. And then you got the different color like bone. And then oh man, he looks cool. And then the inside of the mouth is like black, but it's not, it's like a charcoal black. Got the line work here. He looks really cool. Like, I'm definitely loving this figure. So, let's check out his articulation real quick. His head is also on a ball joint, so you can get that to the right, to the left. You go up, you go down. His arms are not as stuck as his, so you can get them out like this. You could actually see the ball joint. Like, that's my first time ever seeing the actual ball joint in the arm. So, it's actually kind of cool how that looks. So you can get that out like that, get it up, you can get it down. You got the elbows on a double joint right there. Then you got the swivel hinge at the wrist. You have no articulation in the chest area here, but you do have the waist swivel. You got the ball joint at the thighs, you got the doubles at the knees, and you got the hinge and the rocker at the ankle. So that's pretty much it for articulation on this guy. Looking all cool. And then you also have his ghost accessory. And the coolest thing about this, I swear, is it's freaking awesome. Now you can actually see his legs in the episode. He was kind of hovering around like that. But I'm going to have him in his ghost form. Like this. And the fact that he can actually stand up in his urn, because this is actually an urn that that his ashes are in, and it stands up perfectly. Like, the weight is perfectly distributed. That's amazing. You would think he would fall over. You'd think it would be top heavy, but it's actually a really light figure, and it stands up no problem at all. Love that. Freaking love that. That's amazing. As for other accessories besides the urn, he only comes with a katana. He comes with this see-through katana right here, the translucent katana. The blade's a little bit different of a color than the hilt. It's got some black line work in there. So that's cool. I might have him with that. He comes with the relaxed hands on already. And then he comes with 2 pointer fingers that are exactly like Creepy Yetis. Also comes with 2 fisticuffs. And then he also comes with 2 grabbing hands. And you could easily slide in the katana in his grabbing hands. Hands are soft. You don't have to pry them open, which is nice. And then there you go. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the review for these guys. They're out there in your Haulathon boxes right now. I couldn't tell you. It might come in the shipper. I'm not 100% sure. I'll post that picture right now. Like I said, my store didn't have that green shipper. She just came out. She had a couple boxes, like 5 boxes of NECA stuff. Put it on a shelf and called it a day. We just got Shredder. We got the Leo, the 2 Leos, the 1 Toon Shredder, and these guys. And then a couple other things. We got the Count. Did not get the Mirage Shredder. That's the only one that I'm missing that I did want. And of course, I got to go back and get the Leo for the part for the portal. So there's that. But yeah, man, happy hunting out there. They're still trickling in stores because I know one store still has our display in the back. They're just waiting for the rep to put it out. So just keep your eye out. Keep going in your targets and checking things out. Another wave is supposed to hit with like April and PandaCon and Tattoo. Don't know when that's gonna hit, but you'll know once them Ohio cats start making posts on Facebook. You know that it's coming to your town soon. So like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one, and peace.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye. Woo!